Angie, do you take Harry to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I absolutely do. Absolutely.
Harry, do you take Angie to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
I now pronounce you Harry and wife. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for him, folks.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the happy couple. Congratulations, Harry and Angie. Welcome to Against All Odds, part of the Extra Points Podcast Network. Cousin Sal coming to you on a Monday. Yes, post-wedding Monday. Spaghetti and meatballs, fiddling with the knobs. Babyface Joel Solomon producing this mess and joining me as always. They joined me over the weekend at the beloved event. My wizards of wagering, my gurus of gambling, my barons of betting, my overlords of the odds, a degenerate trifecta, Harry, Brother Bri, Darren, the Parlay Kid. What is happening, fellas?
What's going on, Sal?
Hey, Sal.
What's going on, buddy?
What a time, Harry. You got married this week. Are you still married? It's Monday morning. You're still married, right?
Yeah, I'm taking this. Yeah, but I'm taking this ring off. It hurts.
Yeah, someone said that. My wife saw you in the lobby yesterday, day after the rest. She's like, you don't even have your wedding ring on. You're like, yeah, it hurts.
No, I know.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
What a time we had. Great time. I will say, I mean, I don't know if I have to sum it up. I mean, we all saw it on most social media, but Harry actually interrupted his vows, Parlay Kid, to give a pick.
Harry here, just about ready to get married for extra points. Going to give my play of the day. How can I go wrong on my wedding day? I'm taking Tony Celtics minus 200 on the money line to get it done against Milwaukee. They don't lose. Boston gets it done on Sunday. That's my play. H-Dog's done it again at his wedding. Take the Celtics over the Bucks.
All right, come on. Place the rings on one another's fingers. Please place the rings on each other's fingers.
That lost by double digits, of course. But what kind of, I mean, people were saying it was like a pro wrestling marriage. It looked like something was going to happen. Something bad was going to happen. Maybe something bad is going to happen. But that was something else, huh?
Yeah, that was a baller move by Harry, though. That took a lot of guts right there. I had a lot of respect for Harry for doing that. I really did. Yeah. You might think otherwise, but
team player, Darren. Team player.
The whole theme, right? The whole theme. It did have a feel of like the way a wrestling match might begin or something like that.
I think like Uncle Elmer got married or Hillbilly Jim, and then there was cake thrown. It had those vibes for sure. But yeah, Angie's in the back as he's giving his pick. The bride Angie is like waving. Oh my God! Oh, well, this is too much for me.
It had just started when Harry started walking down the the aisle when he was he was getting introduced as weighing in at. That's how it started. So yeah,
our friend Tony dressed as the Pope and officiated the event. He was hilarious. I will say there was a tense moment. Now there's a little bit of a debate as to how long this sat, but so Harry's announced he's coming down the aisle. There's not a big wedding party. My son is the best man, and she had a maid of honor, right? And then that was it. Yeah. And then so as soon as Harry's announced, we expect Angie to follow. And I don't know, Mikey Meatball says it was 5 minutes. I think it was probably 2 minutes before we saw Angie, but it was getting a little sketchy for a second. Like it was, even if it was 2 minutes, it wasn't like 2 minutes waiting for an Uber. It was 2 minutes waiting for the bride. And from our perspective, Harry, what was going through your mind? Because it did get a little dicey there.
That was fine.
That was fine.
I think it was closer to 5 minutes. And her mom had to go up the steps to go retrieve her. So
what did you think was going on?
We definitely thought something was going on.
Nothing. I was just hanging out with Jack. That's it.
No, I know you were hanging out. Really, you weren't worried. You didn't. You're like, oh, this is unusually long for something. There's nothing going on right now.
It takes forever with everything. So what's the matter? Why change on wedding day?
Wow, Bri, what'd you think? I mean, I really thought like it was going to be strange.
There was a part of me that was like, I was obviously happy for Harry getting married, but there was a part of me that was like, oh, please don't come down the stairs. Please don't come down the stairs.
Well, I was thinking the same thing because before it's all over, before it's all over, I want to be at a wedding where the bride doesn't show up or someone bails.
This was one shot we had.
Right.
It was the one
I've
shot.
never been at a wedding
This
like
is
that.
it.
I kind of want. Although
Look,
you said Scott was really funny, right?
Well, so
at that
Scott,
point?
so here's what made it worse for me. Like, so we're waiting. Harry's brother, who's like, it's like an obese, half-wit, but whatever. That doesn't even tip of the iceberg and explain him. He's there. He's not happy to be there. He's wearing a tuxedo. He's sitting down. He's lounged out, and he's like, Harry, where is she? This is getting ridiculous, Harry. Where is? As if he has any fucking place to be. But he's only going to move his fat ass to another table and just sit there miserable anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But Harry, really, like you weren't worried at all.
Look, getting married was the final straw there, considering I was very happy on Friday night because I managed on Friday night, the little party we had beforehand, to give your wife, your sister, and your mother all weed gummies. They enjoyed them very well.
Oh, really?
Yes, all three.
My mother too. Wow.
Oh,
all right, great.
Yeah, a couple for your mother.
All right. Well, then I'm going to out. As long as you're going to say that, we're going to talk about Angie's brother here, who had a big crush on Brother Bri and every member of the degenerate trifecta here. What's up with that, Harry? I think he wins. Spaghetti gave him LVP.
Yeah, I mean, he Saturday morning, he met us for breakfast. Mm-hmm. No problems, no issues. Not like he got drunk or whatever the night before. He was fine. And then just everyone made it over to the wedding, over to Ken's house. And where her brother was, nobody knew.
Yeah, he didn't show up. He says he slept through the ceremony. And then when he showed up, no one was even mad. They're like, oh, he's here, as if he came from like overseas, like he was fighting in Kuwait. Like, what? You were just with us a few hours ago.
Meanwhile, he was just wearing Angie's veil afterwards the whole time.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well, we do have to hit some of these props because there's some up in the air now. And in order to grade this as a winner, Harry's got $430. He's going to turn it into a Western Union money order and then send that out to the winner. But we have to grade these props, Parlay Kid. So one of them is, the first one was, who will tear up during the ceremony? The choices were Harry, Angie, Parlay Kid, Ken, multiple, or none. I think the answer is multiple. Harry, you didn't technically cry, did you, or did you?
I think he did.
I cheered up a little.
I did. At the very end, I did tear up a little bit, not getting the words out exactly the way I wanted to. Just tearing up a little bit, but nothing really.
All right, Parlay Kid, you did not, right?
No, I'd say no. I think I did, but it was tears of laughter.
Okay.
Jake Bird officiating the ceremony was.
Right.
If we could we call him Jake Bird on here?
Yes.
Was hysterical. So I think it was more tears of laughter, to be honest.
All right, he was very funny. Ken said the same thing. He's like, listen, if it's tearing up, look at me right now. He took his sunglasses up. So there's at least 3, maybe 4 with tears. Crying, sadness, that's not a thing. Or so it was tearing up from laughing. We're going to give multiple as the answer there. Yeah, does Harry mention gambling in his vows? That's a yes, no question. He gave a pick during it. Good job, baller move. Length of Sal's son Jack's best man speech. I thought he did a good job. It was 2:29.5. I started recording a few seconds in and it hit like 2:49. So it was definitely over.
I was by the way, Sal, I was looking for you during his speech. Where were you? I didn't see you.
Well, I was freaking I was getting blasted by your friend Boggy downstairs about all his travels during the pandemic. So I had to sprint up. So thanks for that. So believe me. I would have liked to have been there for the beginning. Will either the bride or groom be under the influence of marijuana or marijuana products at the ceremony?
Easy yes.
I don't know if she was. I took a couple gummies, so yeah.
Okay, so that's a yes. Good Lord. Maybe that's where she was. She dropped her gummies and was looking for them. That's why she had. Okay, will Harry move his shirt during the reception? He did not. Thankfully. How many people will it take to lift Harry up in a chair at the reception? Okay, so we weren't, so who will catch Angie's garter? No garter toss is the answer. There was no garter. There was no bouquet. We got a picture of Mikey Meatball sitting in a chair next to a bouquet. That was the closest it got to a bouquet, but there was no bouquet thrown. So I was like, hey, we got to get some of these props going. You weren't going to do the chair thing. I know neither of you is Jewish, but we did the Hava Nagila. The over, I said it would be under. The over hit over 3.5. It took a couple of tries, but it was meatballs, it was spaghetti, And it was some random guy who was excited to be in on the action. Then I thought Joel was the fourth. Who was we don't know
Joel.
who the fourth was?
I was the fourth, but I mean, it was more, again, I was supporting Michael because I know we were going to need audio engineers this week, and God forbid we lost Mikey and Eddie. So
Yeah, right.
I was there in support.
Awesome.
They're literally in there support. Yeah. All right. Spaghetti, you were in there. What happened? Was it harder than you thought?
No, I still stand by this, that if me and Mike grabbed Harry around the thighs, we could both lift him up. We were afraid the chair breaking and like stabbing us with the wood pieces. I'm watching it right now, so I have both videos on my phone. The first attempt, Sal, where you did the great bail move, we had 5 guys grabbing Harry, and that one didn't work. But then I switched to the front across from Meatballs, and Joel next to Meatballs, and then the random guy in the back, and the 4 of us did get Harry up.
Well, it was a second attempt. The first attempt did not go well because we realized we leaned him forward, which is not exactly what you do. There's no handbook on the Havanagila, but the second attempt went much better. We leaned him back.
Yeah.
Which is what we
The
should.
second attempt, I'm looking now. I have maybe I have different footage. I see now Angie's brother is right snuggled up against Mikey Meatball's back, also trying to lift him. I don't know. It's like a belly to back thing here. I don't know. We'll put it out there. I'm not sure what's happening there. All right, so that's that. And then will there be a Daughtry or Clay Aiken song played at the reception? I don't think so. I said there would be both. I don't think either made it.
I don't think either. Right? Nope, I don't think so.
By the way,
Harry,
you danced
how
to
did that work out? Jeez.
Your first song was a song from the rock band Firehouse. Was it Finally Found the Love of a Life? That wasn't even that one, was it?
No, it wasn't.
What was it? What was it called?
I Live My Life for You.
And this is a hair band.
That was good.
from the
Oh, yeah.
90s.
Well, great ballad.
Who's
Great
that
ballad.
by? Who's that by?
Firehouse. It's like a hair band from 1991. Parlay Kid. One of your
Isn't that a
favorites.
nice song, though, Parlay Kid?
It was probably the best song of the night. Yes.
Thank you, TPK.
Well, I asked Harry if it was I think he went Firehouse subs because he thought
If you look
Angie
up
said-
Firehouse,
yeah.
Firehouse, you can't get around Firehouse subs. You have to look down like 1,000 search engines. So, I will say one of my favorite parts of the night is that song starts. They're about 3 chords in, and we were upstairs watching from upstairs, and Angie's mother and father walked away from they walked upstairs. They hightailed it out of there. They didn't watch the first dance.
He didn't want, like, for so many times she wanted to have a dance with her father. She wanted the daddy-daughter dance, and he just didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it. She finally got him about 11:30 at
convinced him.
night. She got him. He was like,
After
it
he was
as if
plenty out of his tux.
She interrupted a cookout. He was wearing shorts at the time and like a knit shirt at the time. But I
Yes.
love that they walked upstairs. And then I found out, our friend Tony told us, they had a bail watching the first dance because it was their turn to get drawn by the cartoonist. He had a cartoonist there that drew everyone the same. All right. And then, okay, so no garter.
By the way, Boggy was bagging on the cartoonist, too, at the end of the night. Terrible.
At any point during the wedding, will Harry's father wear a tie? Unfortunately, Harry's father didn't make it. I guess we could find out if he wore a tie. It's just during the wedding did he wear a tie? He didn't have to be there. I don't know. Maybe follow up on that. By the end of the weekend, will Harry's master Ken have threatened to sue the band, caterer, cartoonist, a cappella, or anyone else paid to render services at the wedding? I said yes. I think we have to go no here. I was texting with Ken about this. His wife was unfortunately in a car accident. She's fine the day before. He will be suing the driver of that car. He's made it crystal clear, but I don't think it was in connection to the wedding, although she was on her way to pick up shrimp from Costco. So what do we think about this?
That's really tough. That's a tough one.
I think we have to say no.
Yeah, the answer's no there, Sal. No.
Yeah, the causation's not. It's not quite there.
I mean, I would have sued the band that showed up. I think. I think I would sue them. But
can he sue Angie's brother for any number of assault, not showing up? I don't know.
Definitely some type of sexual harassment.
All right, and
he did make Brian dance though. He begged him to dance, and Brian finally got on the dance floor.
I think it was Boggy more so than the brother.
Good Lord. What a fiasco. What do we have for Scott scratch off lottery tickets? Was it 49?
Yeah, 49. I still got to go get him in a little bit after the show. I got to go get him, and he's got tickets of cash. So does that count, or he's still got more to
the
bet?
weekend. The weekend's
Okay.
over. All right.
49.
I think we
49's the
have
number.
this thing graded. We'll announce tomorrow the winner of the prop quiz. Good job by Angie and Harry. Did I miss anything, Babyface, talking about this?
I mean, there was a lot of antics. Jim, we didn't cover Jim.
Oh yeah, our friend Jim booked his flight out of Prescott, Arizona, or to return, and it was like a $300 difference. And he said, "Well, there's Harry's gift right there." So because he's an idiot, you don't get a gift, Harry. Sorry.
I don't think I did get one from Jim.
I'm telling you, you didn't. That's it. He had to make a change, and that's it.
But at 11:30 at night, he told me he was on the phone with them for an hour and a half during the wedding, and he got him to change it.
He's very mysterious, Brother Bri. He really is. He's in and out. You see him for 3 minutes. You don't see him.
He easily won race to 10 drinks first, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, the funny thing with Jim is like you could be talking to him, he could be right there, and then you look over and he's gone.
Yeah,
vanished.
Gone.
Right.
You know, Sal. The one thing you didn't
cigarette break.
The one thing you didn't mention yet was Harry never consummated the marriage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Angie announced to everybody at breakfast the next day. It's like, he tried, but he didn't. It wasn't happening. What does that mean, Harry?
Harry is not even aware that she said that, I think, but she did say that.
No.
She did say that.
That should have been on the damn prop list. How did we not have that?
Yeah, it's true.
She said Harry was flipping the channels and kept falling asleep, nodding off, flipping the channels.
What a romantic.
Wasn't the Uber driver?
I was still ready.
Joe, wasn't the Uber driver feeling up Eddie Spaghetti too? Like what was going on there with that?
Well, it definitely got interesting. And Eddie's girlfriend, lovely, she's awesome, Jada, we love her. Thankfully was in the car, or Eddie might have had he might have been the big winner of the weekend, because
he would have gotten married too, huh?
A 65-year-old Uber driver was very impressed with his deltoids and kept stopping short the whole way home to feel his deltoids.
Yeah.
Good for you, Spaghetti. And then what does he do? He hits a treadmill the next day to expand on all of it. Yeah. All right, so that's that. Speaking of driving, Babyface Joe Solomon, that was the morning of the wedding, right? We went to lunch at Pane Bianco. We had some great sandwiches.
Oh, so good.
I got I put the wrong address in. I'll take credit for that. I'll take the blame for that. But Joel, we figured out he really doesn't know how to drive. First of all, he rented a car for reasons that we had two places to be, and he rented a car. And so luckily we all got in. It was me, it was Parlay Kid, it was Mikey Meatballs. Who else? And
me
and Brother
Bri and Joel. And then we had and so the five of us go over there. It's like a 20-minute drive and about 10 miles on the freeway on the 10. And Joel would not drive faster than like 45 miles an hour. It was amazing to see. It really was. And then I realized, like, oh, this is why we don't see him at work until Thursday. Like, he starts off probably at 7:30 in the morning on Monday, but he just doesn't get to us until. So I guess I'm apologizing to you, Joel, for getting on your case all this time. But do you have any words to say in your defense?
I mean, did more people pass me than Malik Willis? Yes, that is true. Okay. I will be honest now. I will be honest. I didn't want to say it while we were driving. With Darren in the car, first of all three Socolis in the back, very nervous with Parlay Kid in the back.
Why?
I didn't want to get, God forbid, a ticket. I didn't want to get in an accident. I just wanted to be very,
you likely get a ticket, or even more so, for driving like 15 miles under the speed limit than just keeping up with traffic, right?
Look, you know how much I admire and respect Darren, and I just wanted to be by the book. I had to be
Appreciate it, Joe.
Because I felt more in danger with all these cars passing us by than I would have if you would have done the limit.
In Joel's defense, this is what I said about Joel. This is like the second time I've been able to hang out with Joel. I feel like I've known Joel like a lifetime. Like, I really do. Like, he's just like that type of guy.
A lifetime, or however long it took for that car ride. But I don't know which is longer. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Joel doesn't know how to drive. So we learned that.
But look, Parlay Kid is a man of his word. He didn't eat the wedding cake. He told us he would not eat it. A lot of people on Twitter wanted to know that can't happen. He must have eaten the cake.
It's a tribute to his mother, and also there was none left. Scott, Harry's brother, just got into all of it. I mean, once we found out it was lemon flavored, it didn't have a shot.